Hey, happy, beautiful, amazing day. Dr. Bob Rakowski here out of Houston, Texas. I received a few questions about Alzheimer's, so I decided to create a small video. So here's the short course. About 8 years ago, I co-lectured at a conference with this doctor, Dr. Dale Bredesen, and he was completing work for this book, The End of Alzheimer's. And notice the subtitle, The First Program to Prevent and Reverse Cognitive Decline. They now have hundreds and likely thousands of cases of Alzheimer's that they have successfully reversed. A little background on me. I've been in clinical practice now 30 years. I've worked with world champions from every major professional sport. By the way, I've also seen the other end of the spectrum, people that were sent home to die, medicine gave up on them. And many of these people had remarkable turnarounds, and some are alive 25 plus years later. And of course, that's always rewarding. And I have a passion for teaching. So I have taught seminars on 6 different continents, over 10,000 hours of continuing education seminars. And I love sharing information. So this is from Dr. Dale Bredesen's book. He says, Alzheimer's, there are 36 known risk factors, and they're listed on the columns to the right. Now, a lot of those may look like they're written in a foreign language because a lot of that is basically Latin and Greek and medical speak. But basically, those 36 known risk factors fall into 3 major categories: toxins, inflammatory process, and a decline in nerve growth factors. And we look at our world, there are 80,000 plus registered toxic chemicals. In fact, it's arguable that the world is more toxic than it's ever been. And because of these toxins and stress and poor nutrition and other factors, people become inflamed. And when they are overinflamed, that's exceptionally bad for the brain and heart and other systems of the body. And then as we age, our nerve growth factors and all of our youthful growth factors tend to decline. So if we can stay younger longer, we can keep those growth factors better. And we can do that with good, healthy choices. So this is a sequence of pictures from a patient that I saw. This was day 1 that I saw her. She was scheduled to have her foot amputated 2 days later. Put her on a program that was designed to help balance her blood sugar, increase her circulation, kill off the infection, and then look at the foot 2 weeks later, and then finally 17 months later. She never had surgery, but here's going to be the example. Whenever there's a problem with any tissue or organ in the body, it could be the foot, could be the heart, could be the brain, there are 3 distinct zones of cells. There's cells that are dead. Well, there's nothing we can do about those. There's cells that are fine. There's nothing we need to do about those. But in between are cells that are functional but not functioning. So here I see dead cells, and I see cells that are functional but not functioning very well. And then notice the dead cells fell off, never had surgery, and the cells that were functional but not functioning, we got function back. And here's a point there: diabetes affects every cell of the body. So it wasn't just her foot that got better. So let's talk about the brain then, or talk about the hippocampus, talk about the neurons of memory. Almost dead is not dead. Functional but not functioning can be an accurate description of some of these cells. And the more of those that we can get function back on, the more function that we can get back. So I've taught nutrition for 30 years. I created my own nutrition pyramid. At the base of the pyramid is food. If God made it, it's okay. If man made it, stay away. And for the brain is blood sugar vulnerable. In fact, they call Alzheimer's a type 3 diabetes of the brain. And therefore, a ketogenic diet is going to be important. Superfoods, these are foods that have exceptional properties. The consensus top superfood on the planet, Ganoderma lucidum. My favorite, and by the way, there's references there that I'll share with you proving that it's anti-Alzheimer. And by the way, we did that with that foot. Functional foods, there are foods that are proven to have a health benefit. Thousands of medical studies on them. You can control the inflammatory process. You can regulate blood sugar. You can detoxify more effectively. You can improve circulation. You can improve immune status. Then we're going to balance the nutrition with a good multivitamin, multimineral, activated omega-3s with resolvins, probiotics, and a combination of D3, K2 to round out our magnificent 7 nutrients. And if you want to live a healthy life, you've got to eat right, drink right, think right, move right, sleep right, poop right, talk right every day. The brain prefers keto. Sugar is bad for the brain, damaging for the Alzheimer's brain. Drink right. The brain is the most hydrated tissue in the body. And therefore, we want to get plenty of water every day. And if you get healthy coffee and tea, you can get turbocharged coffee and tea. And there's some that's infused with superfoods like Ganoderma that are proven to have brain and health benefits. Move right exercise is a factor for human health and performance. Sleep, the brain does a lot of housekeeping and recovery into sleep. Poop right is really all about detoxification. And we already said that toxins are a big factor. You want to clear toxins effectively. Talk right, that's cell-to-cell communication. And essentially, we want our brain cells to be able to communicate effectively. And think right, when you use your brain more and think more, you are less likely to get Alzheimer's, and you will likely have a faster recovery. So here's some PubMeds. PubMed, you could type this in your Google search bar, and you would find that Ganoderma spores are proven to prevent Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Another PubMed study, Ganoderma can dissolve brain plaque and improve circulation in the Alzheimer's brain. This was a rat study. They gave rats a concussion. One group got no treatment. The other group was treated with things like Ganoderma and other anti-inflammatories and things to detoxify and dissolve amyloid. And you can see a pretty profound difference in that brain amyloid plaque at 21 days. So my life's mission is to help as many people as I possibly can. And, the areas that I'm pretty good at: wealth, health, happiness, and success. So if you are interested in that, let me know. Let's have a conversation. And as always, I'm Dr. Bob Rakowski, absolutely knowing that we can all be happy, healthy, and successful.